Hola amigos de YouTube, estamos aquí con Mati.
Hola.
Voz de puto. Bueno, conseguimos un camino como pasar a la casa de Stanley. No hay que hacerle caso a nada de lo que dice este Gil. Pero le cambió el texto. Le cambió el texto. Dale, deja de celebrar la concha. Sí. Café, viste. Gracias.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Bueno, ahora...
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the people, eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Supuestamente dice que pasamos por acá, pero nosotros somos tan malotes que la marihuana está en todos lados. Vamos a pasar por acá.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
No te calles.
Vamos, no.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Y ahora, cuando lleguemos allá... No, pará, está yendo más abajo. Ah, no, ahí está. Ay, sí, genio. Echa tu madre. Ahora llegas, hay un teléfono y entras a la casa. Pero igual, les espero una sorpresa.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for her.
Buen cagazo cuando aparezca el teléfono, porque está todo.
Your chance to redeem yourself.
Ahí está.
To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her stand. You need to be the one to do this.
LOL.
Y así es como vamos a la casa.
Atendemos el teléfono. Ahí está.
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
¡Mierda!
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. Oh,
¿Qué sí que está la esposa?
okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all
about
your day. Gotcha. Oh, come on.
Fuck it, bitch.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
No importa.
They want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
La death, dijo, memorilla.
472, 427, digo. N. No, 5.
475. No, pero ¿en dónde?
Espera, 4 espacio 7, capaz. O 5.
4, 2, 7, espacio 5.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Oh no, oh.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Stanley Parable dice que lo llamó.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be?
Hay un montón, esta
Perhaps
parte
if
es un
he
poco
played
aburrida.
just one more time.
Esto cambió, esto cambió, esto cambió.
But there is no
Mierda.
answer. How could there possibly be?
La
In reality,
muñequita.
all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Ah,
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Dice que no lo apretemos. La mierda.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
empezó
How
todo.
can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every
Vengo,
second
no
he
la-
remains
vengo, no la
here,
pierdes,
he's
claro.
electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at
Claro, no estás
himself?
haciendo caso. Va, antes.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to.
Oh,
But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this
Mierda.
time. And I tried again,
¿Qué dice?
and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I
perdón, no entiendo ruso. O se reinició todo de vuelta. Tanto para esto. Loco. Ya.
Bueno, amigos de YouTube, esta ha sido la guía de la casa de Stanley. Bueno, gracias por vernos, suscríbanse, like, chao.